Hello, can you all hear me? Press 1 for yes, 2 for no. Have some interesting stuff, and I have been doing my own research. First of all, oh, hang on, let me just turn my phone off. Bear with. Right. Right, hi Monica, I'll just say hi to everyone. Hi Michelle, hi Lizzie. Oh Michelle, thank you so much for the super chat. That's really kind of you. Hi Defender. Right, so let's just get on with it quickly, because if I look at the chat, it's going to distract me and then I'm going to go off topic exactly how Ginge wants it. So, change of plan, everyone. We have a change of a plan. I was going to go straight into a couple of things, but first, because Tricky likes to lie, doesn't he? He likes to tell the most awful lies, and it's rather alarming. Let's face it, he's a pathological liar. So, he's been saying over the years to all his, hey, sorry, do you know what? Because Defender of Words is in pink and blue, I just thought that was another comment. So, yeah, sorry, guys. No, Flop, don't look at the chat. Right, so what Ginge and the others have been doing, but let's just focus on Ginge just for now. We'll go into one of the others in just a moment. So, Ginge has been saying over the years, hi Pam, Ginge has been saying over the years to his, and I say this without prejudice, and I don't mean to say it nastily, but it is the truth, gullible viewers. Okay? He has been lying for years to his gullible viewers that he's suing that person, he's sending letters out, he's going to do this, YouTube will tell me everything, blah, blah, blah. What a load of shite. Just to debunk Tricky's compulsive lying habit, here it is from Google in black and white, YouTube's terms and how YouTube actually operates. Okay, it's there. Don't take my word for it. Go and Google it by yourselves. And this is what really annoys me and a lot of other people. Tricky, you are hated by many people. I don't hate you, I pity you. And the reason why I'm doing this, 1, for the victims, 2, for your viewers, 3, for justice. I can remember 2 videos that you tried to bait me. You can't help yourself, little boy. My channel is a small channel, right? So I think it was once when me and Poppy done a live, someone sent me a clip of one of your videos, one of your subs, former subs, may I add, that you were mocking just because we had 5 people in the chat. So what? I'd rather have 5 genuine people than a ton of bots that just say, oh, great live, blah, 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 etc., etc. When I look at your channel sometimes, Ginge, I can tell the bots from the real people, and I can guarantee you now, I haven't seen many real people make any comments in your live chats or in your normal comments on your videos. So stop your lying. Also, another thing Ginge likes to do. Oh, no one has received any letters from anyone. Certainly not those parasites in the corner, those troublemaker nincompoops. No one has received any letters from you, Ginge, or Fiona, avid gardener. You're pathological liars. Now, there was something else. Hi, Julianne, but now I've forgotten. It will come back to me in a moment. So, you, Ginge, you can't help yourself but go after other channels. Someone like you shouldn't even be allowed on this platform. This platform should not even be polluted by someone of your nature. So let's get to the nitty gritty, shall we? Right. Receipts. Also, I will tell everyone this, especially your gullible followers. Again, I don't say that to be nasty. Ginge, now this is going to really kick you in the gut. Receipts. Ginge did not get any payout from the MOD, and the MOD at some point may just confirm that. So that's one lie debunked. So we'll start with also you're on damage control. You really are on damage control. And I noticed earlier, Trev, your nose is red and your cheeks are red. Is something wrong? Are you a bit scared? Oh dear, never mind, little boy. I'm sure you'll get over it at some point. So with Gertie, you've obviously threatened Gertie, haven't you, Ginge? Gertie, if you're out there, you're not off the hook with me purely because of what you've done as well. And it is the truth. You claimed in your post that you didn't know about all of this and something about a year ago. Well, it's strange because a year ago you were trolling, along with Fiona and the others, Trevor's victims. You were accusing one of Trevor's victims, who lives close by to him, of being Atalanta. You also fabricated stories about her, called her some horrific things, doxed her, the list goes on. And you were all lying about that. Who do you think you are? Harassing, ambushing, stalking a war widow. You're no hero, Ginge. You like to think you are. You're a bloater. A bloater. You might want to go and Google what that means. You are a bloater. Also, Ginge did not get blown up by an IED. He crashed a bike or a car. I can't remember which one now. Again, another lie. He's told everyone. We'll get on to the book in a minute. That's quite alarming as well. I'm actually surprised your publishers actually went ahead and said to you, go ahead with that. And I'm actually surprised no one's reported you because you are a war criminal. And that is a fact. You also can't sue people for telling the truth. And you have no idea where anyone lives, Ginge. So stop fabricating stories, little boy, because that's all you are. Narcissists are just little nobodies that don't deserve a platform or respect or acknowledgement by anybody. So now let's get on to Luke. So what I did was I had to do a bit of hunting on the internet, and then a couple of Mexiteer people from Facebook sent me a couple of things regarding Ginge. And last night, because I like to do my own research, what's happened is and I'll say this first, Fiona and Tricky and the other have distracted everybody over the years from going to see the evidence against Tricky. They have done everything in their power to stop people from going over to Twitter to look at the truth. This is why the likes of Ginge and the likes of Fiona accuse everybody of being this Atalanta person or this piggy squeak piggy thingamajig. Do you see how they've played it now? All they do is distract because they don't want people seeing. So I went over to this Atalanta person, right? And I scrolled down for a little bit. I didn't have much time because obviously I'm busy. Yes, it does seem like they like Meghan Markle, but I wouldn't say they're super fans of Meghan Markle. But all I could see was them posting evidence of what Ginge has been doing over the years and evidence of what Fiona's been up to over the years. No wonder you didn't want anyone to go over and check it, you two, pair of nincompoops. No wonder you had to lie out of your back teeth and try and stop people from seeing the truth. Goodness me, whatever next. So this Atalanta, I haven't seen this person go after any other YouTuber or any other Mexiteer. They are only literally putting out there what Ginge has done, his war crimes, his bullying, his harassment, you name it, everything that he's done. So everyone out there, I suggest you be brave and go and look at Atalanta, their account over on Twitter. Go and have a look and see for yourself. It's not as bad as they're trying to make out it is at all, for crying out loud. Anyway, oh, what they going to do? Try and accuse me of being Atalanta? Well, God, honestly, they've got nothing better to say, have they? That's getting a bit boring now, children. Right, let's get on to Luke, shall we? So, I also looked on Google. Right, bear with. Sorry, I'm not very organised. I looked on Google and typed in, I couldn't remember his last name, Luke's last name. So I just typed in Luke's name and Ginger's name. So we'll go down here, Luke 1. Right, so this is what came up on Google. Right, where is it? Right, so this is what came up on Google. As you can see there looks like some sort of thing. So what I'd done was, hang on, no, bear with. I'm not a pro at being a live StreamYard person. Right, where is it? There it is. So I clicked on it, went over to Facebook, and this is obviously Luke's mum, who is rightly quite alarmed at Ginger's behaviour. So, again, it's in black and white, everyone. Trevor's subs, would you like to come over here and be brave and look at the truth? And this parasite also defamed Luke's mother. Luke was a hero. He was liked by many. In fact, he was loved by his squadron. I've been researching this guy a lot in the last couple of hours. He was very popular, as his mother says here. And just like Tommy Robinson, Ginge was jealous of Luke. That's all it boils down to, because Luke was popular, he made everybody laugh, he got on well with everybody. So we'll read it, shall we? Again, my dear son, deceased son has come under attack of one ginger little boy. It seems that this man is obsessed with Luke. Statements come to mind: jealousy, envy, wish to be as popular as Luke. Yeah. And also it's very alarming that Ginge is just like Fiona, they're desperate for fame, aren't they? Have you noticed that Fiona seems to be using Tricky, because Tricky has been able to blab his way into being friends with media people, blah blah blah, because they obviously don't do their research either, and she wants to get with those people as well. Goodness me. And you know, you're on the run. Wow. Alarming, but never mind, let's go on. The list can go on. He is now saying he hit Luke. Well, let's put it this way, he wouldn't have got away with it. And by the sounds of it, Ginge, no, Luke can fight for himself, and you wouldn't have got away with that, because you're not tough at all. You're a coward. Is that why when Luke lay dying, he stood watching a trained medic who did nothing? A young soldier rushed in to help. So obviously someone else, because Tricky just standing there watching like the coward he is, or should we say the spiteful, jealous little boy he is. And Tricky then decided to do something. Right. Let's put another one up, shall we? I wish there was a way for StreamYard to put it all up in one go, but hey ho, it is what it is. No, that's the same one, god damn it. Right. Tricky carried Luke at the head of the stretcher, dropping him 3 times. This poor Luke, bless his heart. Hi, Dilly. Poor Luke had shrapnel in him in certain places that just shoved slightly would kill him. And Tricky knew that. Tricky carried Luke at the head of a stretcher, dropping him 3 times. Makes you wonder. I spoke to a surgeon in Cape Town, reading out what happened, and asked if my son could have lived. His reply was yes. As each time he was dropped, the chef, sorry, I can't talk. I'm trying to rush because I want to make this as quick as possible. Shrapnel was pushed in further, thus ending up killing him. A trained medic would have known this. Yes, Ginge, you would have known this, wouldn't you? Was my son killed after being hit because he knew something that would destroy a man's career? Oh, yes. As we all know by now, Tricky, you're a war criminal. And we'll get to that part in a minute. Maybe someone with courage will fill in the blanks. Yep. And here we are. Oh, no, wrong one. Right, bear with. Right, I think this is the, oh no, there's 2 more on Luke. This, right, that one. In the next week, I will post the transcript of Tricky's hearing at inquest. Letter I wrote and gave to coroners. As I said, never put in writing what you are not prepared to stand by. I have been called a bitch by this coward and have been told in the early days that he hated Luke. So why use Luke to get noticed? Yeah, exactly. There are genuine soldiers suffering out there. This man is not. There we go. And I don't believe Tricky has PTSD at all. Right, one more with Luke. So this is one of the text messages his mum had to put to Tricky. Right, where is it? Oh, for goodness sake, you stupid bloody thing. Right. Oh, there it is. I had to remove one. Right. So obviously, Tricky had been hounding Luke's mum. As he said in one of his videos, he basically slandered the hell out of the poor woman. Right. So obviously, this is her reply to him. I gave you your last warning. You have no right whatsoever to utter or use my son's name. I will be contacting the show you went on and give them all the information plus the transcript from the coroner's court. Care to debunk that now, Ginge? Because if I have to get in contact with Luke's mum to get that information, I will do. I will also be contacting lawyers. You have no right to use my deceased name in my use my son's deceased name in any way, and you have been warned more than 10 times. So now I go public with it. I'm glad you did, Luke's mum, whatever your name is. So there we have it, guys. This is the sort of bloater Tricky is. This is the sort of parasite Tricky is. Are his followers getting it yet? Sorry, I'm just removing all of this. Also, there's a couple of things we'd like to know. Oh, and also, sorry, I forgot to say, everything I found on Ginge actually matched up to everything this Atalanta person had been posting over the years. It's very strange that, isn't it, that someone can do their own research and type on their own into Google, blah, 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 and it comes up. Or what trick is done. Goodness me. And all this time, you've accused people of being this Atalanta because Atalanta is exposing the truth about you. You should be hanging your head in shame, little boy, not threatening Gertie or threatening anybody else because you won't get very far with me, little boy. Do I make myself clear? Right. Oh, right. I need to get the hang of this. So, the house. Firstly, what we want to know. This came up on Google because it's got Tobias This was a thing from, I think it must have been from Twitter, and it was on the clip from, on Google, the clip thing. Where is the money for this alleged house you were going to buy for the veterans, Ginge? We'd like to know where the money for that has gone. Can you manage to back that up without faking anything, like you faked the letter with the Queen? We'd like to know that. How much help raise? Oh, that's a lot of money you raised there. Well, maybe you didn't raise all of it, but you obviously raised a lot. Where's the money for that, Tricky, Mr. Trickster? Next. Right, remove that, otherwise I'm going to get too clogged up. Oh, do you know what? StreamYard is just so frustrating. You can't do like things like to make it quicker. Right, hang on, where's my documents? Oh yes, this as well. This also came up. Where's the money for this? And where are the cabins? My God, Ginge, you have really fooled people over the years, haven't you? And allegedly, although we know it's true, we have to say allegedly, this little boy is actually being investigated, which he had to admit not so long ago on his YouTube channel, his vile, disgusting YouTube channel, I may add. He had to admit that he was under investigation because he lied for so many years to everybody. In the end, he had to admit it. So where's the money for the house, for this, and all the other things you claimed that you were buying for the veterans and blah, blah, blah. And also, I need to quickly, I'll remove that. I'm going to play you something which actually I'm allowed to do, Ginge, so good luck with that one. So I hope this works. Tell me if you can hear it. So what has he done over the years, guys? He's just lied and lied and lied, threatened people, threatened a war widow. Him and his flying monkeys have hounded her, ambushed her, stalked them like they stalked me. It's, they just get it wrong every time. It's hilarious. Right, where is it? And we'll read a bit of the book thing in a minute. I'm allowed to put that up. Right, let me know if you can hear this. This is a live he did with Feral Fiona and Sucker Lawyer. Right, I'll put it up full blast.
I don't care about veterans shit. I'm down as a patron. I've asked to stand. I don't want any more veteran shit. And I don't care about veteran suicide. Some people deserve to take their fucking lives.
What do you think of that, guys? What do you think of that? Did you hear that, by the way? Let me know in the comments. This is the sort of parasite veterans, victims are having to deal with. Okay? Also, there's a guy called, I got it from Atalanta's thing actually. There's a guy, a disabled guy, an actual veteran, an actual war hero that done a run for Tricky's charity for our veterans. Go, like I said before, go over to Atalanta's thing on Twitter and have a look for yourself. Be brave. Tricky's gullible followers, be brave. He raised a ton of money for Ginge, and Ginge will not tell Mike Clark where that money has gone. What do you think of that, guys? I think it's rather disgusting because Tricky is, in my opinion, a scammer, which he can't sue me for because it's the truth and evidence will speak for itself. And also, he's a bit stupid saying, oh, yes, I've rung all the lawyers don't work at the weekend, dumbass, for goodness sake. Like I said before, you can't sue people for telling the truth either, dumbass, because when you get to court, and the judge looks at all the evidence, you're going to have to pay the people you've dragged to court a ton of money and all the lawyers' fees. So stop talking shite. Goodness me, what was I going to say? Now I've forgotten. I went into a bit of a rant there. Yes, Mike Clark would like to know all those thousands. I think it was. Oh, I'm going to have to double check, but I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in the chat, but I think it was about between 20 and 50,000, and all that went to Tricky. It's funny that Ginge has never been able to show any receipts of anything that he's claimed, let alone what he's done with all the money. Now you watch what he does. He'll quickly get someone to pretend it's all professional and make up a load of shit. Well, let's go to court then, Tricky. Take me to court. I welcome it. Take me to court. I'd love to meet you face to face, little boy. That's for sure, because I'm not scared of you. You may have threatened Gertie today. That's why she's having to do some sort of ridiculous apology, because she was a dumbass and told you where she lived. Oh dear. Deary, deary me. What I will say to everyone out there is never tell the likes of Ginge, Sucker Lawyer, any of their flying monkeys or Feral Fiona where you live. And also, I just need to say something to Feral Fiona, because I've also got recordings of her, or it is funny, guys, recordings of her talking shite as well. When you sue someone, you can't just get their house. You and Tricky seem to be obsessed with trying to go for people's houses, just like you tried to go for Drop Bear's house. And I will put the evidence of that up soon as well. It doesn't work like that. Civil law does not work like that. Civil law only works if someone complies. And if someone doesn't comply, there's nothing they can do about it. And I can tell you, when they threaten you with a bad credit or whatever they do, that's just to put the fear up people into paying. They don't always do it because they don't have the power to do it. So if it was a crime, that's a different story. But because you all talk absolute poo, you just, honestly, you couldn't make this up, guys. These people haven't got a clue. Haven't got a clue. Anyway, going on. Right, yes, done that. Sorry, I had to write a list, otherwise I'd forget. So the other thing with Diane Durham, or whatever you want to call her, that, in my opinion, mentally ill, very disturbed person. Now, Ginge and Steph the Turd decided to insert themselves into that. Now, from what I've seen, Diane never threatened Fiona with a bullet. Not that I can see. Okay? So, what these lot did was insert themselves into this this thing that Diane Durham said about a bomb hoax or whatever. They inserted themselves because they wanted to make it about them. So Steph the Turd and Ginge decided they could go up to the court, and they didn't go into the actual court thing. Well, Steph might have done the second time, but I don't think she did the first time. And Tricky wasn't allowed to go in the courtroom. He wasn't allowed. Do you know why? You know, when he told all that poo about, oh, Diane Durham, blah, 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 she went for me, etc., etc. No, it was the other way around. And the court clerk will, if you care to ring the court up, he will confirm it. Tricky went to provoke her. Tricky wanted to be a victim. No one has been stalking them lot. It's been the other way around, right? So Tricky went in there in the little waiting room, and when she came out, he started hurling abuse at her to try and get a reaction, because he wanted to be in the press and be a victim. The court clerk can confirm it. Stop lying, Ginge. Stop it. Because eventually the truth will come out. But the likes of you, you've lied so many times all your life, obviously, because that's all you ever seem to do. That's just your life. Your life is a lie. Your life is full of BS. But eventually, the truth will come out. But you, because you're such a narcissistic, arrogant turd, you don't think it will ever happen to you. Well, here I am, darling. Okay? Right, I think that's it, guys. Yep, I think that's it for now. And also, no, I've done that. Yeah, I've done that at the beginning. So let's read a few of the comments out, shall we? Because I think that practically covers everything until we get a bit more in. But like I said, if anyone wants to be brave, go over and look at Atalanta's thing. Yes, yes, he or she likes Meghan Markle, but from what I've seen, it isn't a super fan. It isn't obsessed like the sugars are. Do you know what I mean? And also, there's another certain YouTuber. I got a message this morning. You know who you are. You were wrong, and you don't like it that you were wrong. And if you carry on, I will expose you, and I will expose the message you sent to Maddie, threatening her because you didn't get what you want, because you wanted to be correct. So you abused her, someone who already is basically having to go under a different name because of those parasites in the corner of the Mexican community. She hangs out with the nice people in the community over on Facebook. And the people on Facebook don't want nothing to do with you parasites over there, you troublemakers. You need to pipe down, otherwise I will expose you for that and all the other things you've done. Okay? So don't go threatening innocent people just because you were wrong. And don't go around trying to find out who everyone is on behalf of Don, Fiona, and that ginger thing. Okay? Because you are working with Fiona. So don't tell everybody that it's the other way around. Anyway, guys, I think that's it for now. Let's read some of the comments. Let's go up a bit. Right, that's right. Lizzie, oh, Lizzie said she's babysitting, but she'll be watching. Right, I did say hello to everyone, didn't I? I did say hello to you, Pam, didn't I? Hi, Julianne, blah, blah, blah. Da, 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 da. Oh, no, I've scrolled up a bit too much. Right, does anyone want to ask any questions? Has anyone got any other information that I might have forgotten? Because to be honest, in my head, I thought I had a lot, but now I've completed it all so far. It wasn't actually that much, was it? Right, so let's just get it into Tricky's thick head. You can't sue anyone for telling the truth. Stop lying to your audience. You may as well pack up and go. Because what you seem to do, they got rid of you off of Facebook a few years ago. Then now they're hounding. Oh, that was it. Twitter. They all got rid of you off Twitter. Now you're having problems on YouTube because everyone's exposing you. Instagram. What are you going to do? Try it on Instagram? Well, I'll be there too. You're not going to get away from me, darling, until you admit what you have done. And when you get convicted of your fraud, I will be sitting in the public gallery along with all the other victims. Okay, darling? Right. Yeah, but Fiona said invited. That would suggest for free. TC and Fiona invited to Castle Goring. Goodness me. Goodness me. Trevor and Fiona are both drama. Yeah, they do. They love it. The monarchy, I doubt that. Right, hang on, what's this? Julianne, are sure this not again an other smoke screen Gertie is pulling off. Yeah, this is the thing, because sometimes they do seem to have these fake fights like smoke and mirrors. So you do have to put a question mark over it. However, Gertie, oh, the book, the book. I'll have to read it out. But Gertie, if you go over to Gertie Rude's posts, if she still has them on, but mind you, we've got the screenshots. And I think, did I upload them? Let me check. Let me check if I uploaded the screenshots. Because Gertie has finally, allegedly, well, not allegedly, she has seen the light and she's speaking out against Ginger at the moment, and exposing his. Oh no, I put it in the other one. Oh yeah, I've got it here, Gertie. Right, this is one of the screenshots. This is from Gertie. That she was replying to Defender of Words. Thank you. What he did by writing a book about what he did to a deaf mute child is positively psychotic. Yeah, I think all of us writing thinking people can agree. I'll just put a couple of the screenshots up because Gertie's not very happy, but then again, well, at least she's told us the truth of what's really been going on, so we'll give her that. But could it be one of their fake fights? You just never know. Can you all read that, or shall I read it out? The guy this time last year was Zoom calling me every other day. Oh, who does that remind you of, everybody? Who used to ring their staff or email their staff at 5:30 in the morning every day? Meghan Markle. Oh, he's just like Meghan Markle, isn't he? Oh dear. Often at 6:30 a.m. when I'm trying to get my child ready and off to school. I never once ever rang him. Everything is always about him. Well, it is when it comes to Narcs, doesn't it? Him, glorious him. I have Kitty in my comments. She is the elderly lady who he named and ranted about in one of his rants before Xmas. His biggest super fan. She was forever on X defending him. When he said to her she was so happy, then he followed up. Why is it that this seems to be going more blurry? Maybe I need to go to Specsavers. Right, where am I? When he said to her she was so happy, then he followed it up with a nasty, spiteful rant because she emailed him. Why are you ranting at people for emailing you, Ginge? She was so shocked and upset, it made her ill. I begged him to apologise as it was Christmas, and I hated the fact she'd been hurt and made ill. He refused, point blank. Well, he would. He's an arrogant. See you next Tuesday. I begged him, please, just send a one-line email saying you're sorry and didn't mean it. Gertie, of course he meant it. He blocked me across social media, but not content with that. He went telling other creators to drop me and block me. This is what they do. This is what these parasites do. If they want to target someone or have a moan up and have a rant about someone calling them out, they'll get their followers to go over there and start unsubbing, because they're scared that their followers who sub to that person may come out with some truth about them. See, this is what they do. Like Michelle said the other day, they mess with your channel. They sub, and then a couple of days later they'll start unsubbing to muck your channel up. And also, I forgot. I do apologise. I was going to get Tricky's to show you all how many subs and etc. Tricky buys, what he spends all his YouTube profit on, but I forgot to do it. I'll have to do that another time. Where was he blocked me? Right, we've done that. Considering the nightmare year I've just had because of him, defending him. Well, you shouldn't be defending a war criminal then, should you, Gertie? You should have got your facts right first. I was distraught but held it down because the bigger picture was, oh, yeah, going on about that, which present, I'll put the other one up. Da da da, Gertie one, da da da. Yeah, I think that was it with Gertie. Yeah, that was it with Gertie. But I will read you out what is in his book. So what Tricky done was when when he done that video and he held a book up and he said, "I'm not promoting, but this is the book," right? He deliberately put the wrong book up because he knew his gullible followers, one, would buy the wrong book, and two, he knows that they haven't read it all properly or have their eyes glided over his war crimes. And also, the little boy, his parents sued the MOD because of Ginge. And yet Ginge got away with it because he was up his CO's arse and was manipulating his commanding officer. So nothing ever got done about him apart from being in military prison. Right, I'll just have to read it. Right. How disgusting is this, guys? So this is the part in the book that's more alarming than a lot of it. I forced my feet into the body until I had a good firm grip. I then put my head through the hatch. By the time we had driven back, my feet were, in fact, very warm. So he put his feet in a dead body of someone he killed. I had used the warm dead body to not only balance but to keep my feet warm. Ginge, you are seriously messed up. I would say you, along with the others, need some therapy, but I think you're all beyond that. I think you're all beyond help. There is something seriously wrong with all of you. Anyway, guys, I think that's it for now. I've had my moan up. And Tricky, let's do a live. Anyway, guys, I'll read some of these comments. Hi, Flock. Hi, chat. Oh, Atalanta isn't a Meghan Markle fan, but they are like Michelle, as in calling them out. I do like Fiona, but others will be downfall. I'm not on Twitter. All right. Pam, defender of words. Yes, she. Right. Let's put some of it. Do you know what? I keep forgetting. Let's put some of these up. Right, this is Julian. Anyone seen his new wheels? One of the most attention-seeking cars on the planet. Well, I hope when he was showing his pants off, I hope he, sorry, showing his pants off, showing his new car off that he bought with, oh, right, okay, I'm not going to say it. I know where he got the money from, and it wasn't the MOD, and we're working to get the receipts of that. Anyone seen his new wheels? I hope he was wearing pants when he was showing off his new wheels. Julianne. His nose always gives him away. Yeah, yeah. When his nose is red, you know he knows he's in a bit of trouble, and you know he's going to come out with a pile of dog poo. Show he needs, yeah, he needs to leave everyone alone. He just needs to just go. Where do you think Tricky should go, guys? Do you think he's going to go on the run? Do you think he's going to go on the run to Spain with Fiona? She what's this say? She said she did it to take heat off. Oh, he's a not. Yeah, he is. He is. And if nobody else can see that, then you need to go to Specsavers. For a millionaire, why is he taking super chats from his subs? He's not a millionaire. He didn't borrow that much money. Yeah, and we're working to get receipts of where he really got that from. Destroying a lot of people in the process. Yep, that's true, Defender. To take the heat off Trevor. I must have missed something there. Yep, Pam, we agree. We 100% agree with you there. They certainly are. And I will say this, Fiona, you are the one that will not let your husband rest in peace. I have seen the messages you sent to Megan's mole. She asked you very politely, extremely politely, considering what you said about her, the fabricated story you said about her on your pathetic channel, the channel of bragging about being on the run. Darling, you've got no idea what it's like being on the run just to survive. Anyway, rant over. And all you completely went off topic of what Megan's mole was saying to you. You harped on, oh, using the cancer card. Da, 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 da. Oh, my family, my this, me, just like Meghan Markle. That was totally off topic to what Megan's mole was asking you to do. Megan's mole simply asked you to apologise for defaming her, saying that she had sexual relations with her father. What the hell is wrong with you? You dirty excuse for a human being. You may as well pack up and go on the run again. You may as well, because you also are hated by many, many people, and in real life too. I can't believe some of the BS you lot come out with. Not only do you play dirty tricks with other YouTubers, when they call you out on it, you have to go and cause a distraction. You have to go and make more drama. You have to get everybody else involved. Like I keep saying 100 times, Fiona, and for her gullible viewers, adults do not fight in public. Let your husband rest in peace, wherever he is. You are the one who keeps playing on it, not anybody else. You don't get to use that card when someone calls you out. You don't have that right. Anyway, guys, let's go on with the comments. Right, hang on. Dilligaff, she threw Megan's mole and our recollection, I'll call her collections, under the bus, in my opinion. Well, she throws anything to save her own skin. Dilligaff, Fiona will drop Ginge without a thought to save herself. Yes, once Feral Fifi, as Lizzie calls her, once she has got all his subs so that she can carry on the manipulation, carry on the defamation of other people, and carry on fabricating stories. And I also know, Feral, that when you've done that video about narcissists and you claim your 2 men to you were narcissists and they did all that to you, blah, blah, blah. That's another fabricated story. That is a lie. It was the other way around. You were harassing them and you were harassing the other dolphin safari people. Stop telling lies because you will get found out. God, it's like I'm having to talk to a load of kindergartens, 5-year-olds. Goodness me. Yeah, done that one. Julie, I don't know what happened with Megan's mole. I don't know. Julie and Lewis, they are both cut from the same cloth. Yep. Dilligaff, on a live with Blair, they alleged MM sent Wally flowers and after Boozy and Sugars found where she lived. Hang on a sec. Dilligaff, on a live with Blair, they alleged Megan's mole sent Wally flowers and after Boozy and Sugars found where she lived. Oh, right, yeah, that was because they obviously sent Boozy Wally's information and they wanted to make out it was Megan's mole. Goodness me, Luke's mum. Luke's mum claims he harassed her for 16 years. Yeah, I did hear that as well. Could still be doing it, I don't know. This man is even more horrible. Yeah, well, yeah. And I'm sure there's more to come because I will do more digging. Mole said, Avis said on a live that Mole was having relation. Yeah, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Right. Ignore Karma. He's just a nobody. He's just an irrelevant little flying monkey troll. Right. His mods are going on the attack on all channels. One tried to silence me on a tarot channel last night. Excuse me. His flying monkeys are also going to go down with him if they're not careful. Who else have we got? Annabelle Fortune Cookie. He likes to threaten. Yeah, he does, Pam. He is like a bad penny. Turns up everywhere and surprise, surprise, have a live on his own. He can't stand anyone taking attention away from him. Yeah, they're all like that. Mike Clark. Mike Clark Sr. had just had back surgery and did the sponsored trek in a wheelchair in pain. Another veteran, a real war hero. Do you read that, everybody? This is the sort of parasite Ginge is, to allow injured people to make thousands and thousands of money for him, not a fake charity, him, when they're in pain. What a piece of poop. What's this one? I don't think Gertie gave it to him, probably Fiona. Da, 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 da. I was just about to welcome the Trevorite cultists, but someone is not letting them stay around long enough to welcome. Yep, well, there we go. We knew they'd be here, but just ignore them. Don't feed the trolls because they're just trolls. They know nothing. They're only going by what they have told them because they only want to believe one side to a story. What a sad way to live. It really is a sad way to live. And for Ginge and them lot over there to insert themselves into everything possible and then twist that around on the people that having to keep calling them out and saying we're inserting ourselves, it's absolute poop. You don't know what these people have done to myself and other people. One of my friends, now another one of my, well, I say she's an acquaintance, but she's friend of one of my friends, is being harassed. Well, was being harassed yesterday by one of their friends, one of their cult members. Absolute, just like I said before, just because they were wrong and they can't hack it. Despicable, absolutely despicable. Anyway, guys, I've got to go because it's that time and Boo needs to go out. Let me just, I missed a lot of this, but enjoy. Oh, I am. We all are. Because me personally, and I know a lot of people, especially the people on Facebook, and there's, like I said before, there's more of them than that little crowd over there and their ridiculous flying monkeys. We're exposing everything and we will keep digging and digging until we can't dig anymore. So I suggest you parasites in the corner, forget the shovels. You need to start getting your diggers out because what you will do now is you will try and project, deflect everything you accuse everybody else of doing over the years. You are actually doing. And people are noticing now. The community is noticing it now. And another certain YouTuber is no victim either. And if I have to, we will get onto that another day as well. But so far, that one hasn't piped up. So, and it would be very silly if they did. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. Let me just, I was going to say something about Da, da, da. Can you also go in a hurry and drink your twat? Well, oh, I just can't believe what I'm seeing, really. Michelle, I wasn't saying anything about you. I was actually promoting you. Dearly Gaff, I know, and you're right. Right, I think that's it. Monica, I know Fiona had a go at Michelle about that, but I've heard so many people say the same. Yeah, this is, yeah. But anyway, guys, I've got to go. Sorry if I've missed anything, but the dog is crossing her legs. Thank you all so much for joining me. And hopefully, I'll be able to learn how to be a bit more quicker with getting things on the screen and that. But I haven't done a live on my own for a long, long time. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining. And don't forget, guys, there's two sides to a story. Tricky, you can try and come after me and try and find out where I live. All you like, but you're not going to get very far because every time you're wrong. And it's really hilarious. Anyway, have a good evening all, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.